Good morning, everyone. I'm Corey, and this is Mr. Leslie from Mr. Leslie's Little Trees. I wanted to invite you to, I wanted to show you what happened after the storm last night. So let me give you a tour and show you how my trees fared. Let's take a tour over here. Over here, these are all the northern catalpas. They loved all that rain. These willows, of course, loved it. Got a couple willows here. They seem to have enjoyed it quite a bit. This was the guy that I was worried about. This is an apricot. This guy was not doing so hot, and he lost all its leaves, and I was worried because of how the weather was. But the leaves are coming out, and hopefully that it will have the energy to go through the winter. So we'll keep you updated on that. And had to put this guy on the ground because we had so many gusts of wind last night. These guys got blown over. This shows you the resilience of these catalpas, because I have a few here. This guy is planted. We have some sand, and some of the soil that I got them in was actually leaves, a little bunch of organic matter from the gutter where I found it. Thriving really well. This is my mixtures, diatomaceous earth, pumice, and it has some gravel in there. And that's potting mix, and as you can see, look how yellow that is. I have a handful of trees that aren't in the best mix, but kind of scared to move them right now. Let's see. But this guy here, he's doing alright. I have not done any work to the roots at all. This is a soil that it came in. Bunch of organic matter. But it's still green. Holds a lot of water. But see, this is the difference here. This guy right here, this is an aspen. Quaking aspen. This is a normal potting mix. And the difference between this and this here, this is diatomaceous earth and perlite. And this will only hold the water that it needs. This stuff won't dry out very fast. And that's why I'm worried about this guy. I collected this guy from my son's school, and at the time I did it, I didn't have the soil that I needed, and I got too busy and time got away from me. And now it's just not the time of year to be repotting this thing. So it just holds too much water. I'm not liking that, but I'm not sure what to do about it. All these guys have well draining soil, so it only holds what it needs. Yeah, my willows are doing amazing. These guys were kind of a pain in the butt last night when the wind was coming through. Like this guy right here, catching a lot of wind. You know that I need to trim this guy back, but I left this branch here because I want it to help thicken up that trunk down here. It's got all sorts of movement, but this spring, I don't know how long I'll leave it, but I want it to thicken that up, make it look a lot better. These guys, you know, they're like curvy little sticks right now, but they seem to thicken up really quickly. And I have some ideas for some projects. So, see, they're just like little sticks, but they fatten up quickly. We'll see what we can do with those in the future. I really love this. This is just one of my maples, changing color for the season. I believe this is a Katsura Japanese maple here. This is a seedling that I found in the neighborhood. It is not grafted. Let's go over here. Oh, this guy here. This is a black walnut. I learned with this guy, I was trying to see, I trimmed it back, seeing how the ramification of the branches would happen, but I trimmed it back. It doesn't work. It just stopped. And it will shoot buds up right here, and they keep shooting up. But if you cut it back about right there, it doesn't fork. So we'll have to see. Black walnut. It'll be interesting. I'll let you guys know. Let's see what's going on here. Well, look at this, guys. Got some Peter peppers growing. See, I was learning with the peppers, you know, I was going to do bonsai with peppers. The blossoms kept coming off. And the thing about that is, most of these peppers, they get too hot, they'll just drop all their blossoms. So you want to keep them in a really comfortable little heat zone. Gets above 85, they drop their blossoms. So we'll see how that goes. This is a new willow for me. This is a bay willow. These are pretty. My lilac, Amora maple, I just found a tree and it just collected a whole bunch of seeds. Little oak. And my spruce. Now, these guys right here, this one, and this one came from a bunch together. And I originally thought they were all the same. These two are ash. This, as you can see, let's go around here. Look at the leaves on this thing. This is the sycamore. I'm excited about this guy. I've heard that people have had problems with the leaf size but we'll see. We'll try to get them smaller. I'm not too worried about that though. I just wanted to have one. Yeah, let's go over here. Now I got a little light like this guy I thought was dead. I had another one right here and it died. I trimmed it back and I just set it aside and I've been watering and it turned green and it came back and it's liking me again. So we'll see how that works out. I'm really excited about this guy, Silver Maple. I know that's not some people say not worth the time, but you know what? I like all trees, dude. So we'll see how that works out. And maybe this time you guys can see the trunk on this one better. Look at that. Cut that back about, see where it goes straight? We will clip that back and we will have, look at that wicked trunk, man. I love these trees. Look at the leaves. Beautiful. Sumac. I'm not sure if this is staghorn. There's a few types of sumac. I'll have to do some research. But of course I like to do that. Let's look over here. I just noticed on this juniper here, it's getting some wicked bark on it. Let's get a little bit closer. See if you can see that. Quite wet. Yeah, let's see. This is my son's tree. He loves it. He's 4 years old and he said, "Dad, let's go outside and do some bonsai work." So, yeah. This is one of my Moran maples. I was worried about this guy. He was catching some air yesterday. I apologize for the camera. I'm using a phone. Let's see if we can get this to focus. Focus, brother, focus. Cool. Yeah, this is another one of those big willows. Just something about willows, man. Well, something I didn't show you in the previous video over here. Let's go have a look. So as you can see, my catappas grow everywhere. But I'll show you. Here's a Japanese maple I got from Father's Day. I chopped it. I tried to do an air layer, but it didn't take. And I was having problems, so I just cut it off because the top was horrible. But then it just put out all sorts of growth. Not exactly sure what type, but I'll show you the shape of the trunk here. Pretty cool. Looking forward to that one. It's pretty big. We got some ficus starts going here. Shengtung maple, I believe that's what that is. Tried to get some wisteria going. Baby willows. Yeah, I just got in the habit every time I was trimming my willow trees, I would throw them in water. just have it, you know. It's almost a little too late for them, but we'll see if they grow. Like, and that's when I noticed that the thinner they are, the quicker they sprout out. Now here is a hibiscus that I got from Mike Toy from Bonsai Boise. He cut it off of his, and I just stuck it. I didn't know what to do with it at the time. I was kind of in a hurry, didn't want it to die, so I stuck it in some diatomaceous earth, and it stayed green. And I'm hoping that it will root out enough to where it will survive the winter. Well, it looks like everything survived the storm. The neighbor across the way cut down 3 humongous poplars that used to give us a windbreak. But now, all that wind just comes through and blows everything down. Anyways, just thought I'd give you another tour. Hope you guys enjoyed. Any comments are welcome. And looking forward to sharing more videos with you. And have a good day.